Hey, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Chaos Gamers HD channel. Today is going to be a tutorial on how to get better at Battlefield 4 than you might already are, or if you're a noob like me and you're just beginning, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of tips and tricks that I learned and how to get better at this game. So, I've been playing it for a little while, and don't go off the gameplay because I actually do much better when I'm not recording, just because of the fact that it lags a little bit and it's a little bit skippy. So I'm more used to it being, you know, more of an FPS game and stuff, or not FPS, like first-person shooter, but having more FPS to, you know, to my name than if I am recording. So, you know, don't go off this gameplay. I do much better than this. And yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of tips and tricks on how to get better at the game. So I don't know if you guys are looking at what I'm doing, okay? But if you are, this is what you guys need to do, okay? Look everywhere, okay? Battlefield 4 has, yes, they do have big maps, and it's a very fun game. I definitely recommend it. But if you don't want to pop a blood vessel, I'd recommend you follow these tips. And this is the main one. Don't run out in the fucking open, okay? Don't do it. It really pisses you off because you will die every fucking time, I guarantee it. Okay? That is my biggest, you know, or if you see a bunch of red dots on your thing, get the fuck out of there because most likely your teammates are killed and they're swarming in, or you could be in their spawn. You try and kill one person, they all swarm up on you. So, you know, it's not like Call of Duty where, you know, everyone's with you, or not, no, everyone, you know, doesn't really matter if you work with a team and stuff like that. This is kind of a prime example. If I wasn't recording, I'd actually get the kill. But anyway, you know, this is definitely, you know, I'm gonna compare it to another FPS, which is, you know, Call of Duty. And if you guys are playing, you know, coming from Call of Duty and you want to switch over to Battlefield 4, or if you want to, you know, go back and forth because you love both games, more power to you. I you know, encourage all of that. Battlefield 4 is definitely a really good game, and Call of Duty line can be good sometimes, you know, depending on what version of Call of Duty you're looking at. But that's, you know, but anyway, the difference between this game and Call of Duty, this game is extremely realistic, meaning that buildings crash around you, you know, things and inanimate objects, you know, go flying, bodies are everywhere. Like, it's a really intense game. People go crazy in this game. And, you know, it's really difficult. It's not, that's why I wouldn't, you know, more power to you if you want to play Call of Duty and switch over back and forth, but it's going to throw you off because this game's very realistic, and it's something, you know, it's either you're with Call of Duty or you're with Battlefield, and that's kind of the two things right there. Because honestly, mainly, Battlefield 4 is, you know, a really, really good, realistic game, like I said, and it's definitely something that you guys should definitely look into, in my honest opinion. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that, I just sneezed. Anyway, so, alright, so don't run on the open, okay? Your teammates will work with you. So here's another tip: stick with your teammates, because the more you travel in packs, the less likely you are to be killed if you were to be alone. Not only that, when you're with your teammates and stuff like that, you feel a bit more of a security, as well as if you go down, they can possibly revive you and get back up, and there goes, you know, another kill you can pop off maybe. It all depends. Sometimes you want to kind of go solo, just because sometimes your teammates are going into hot zones and you kind of want to cut them off, you know what I mean, like flank them, make it so that they're, you know, going on both sides. And that's definitely a good tip also, is work this out like as if you are in the battlefield, okay? Work out your plan as if you can actually, okay. With a realistic game like this, it's like a mind game. You have to pretty much predict where the person's gonna be, what their plans are, and stuff like that. So you want to always be a step ahead of the game. Always want to be a step ahead of the curve, because you know that, you know, when you go around the corner, oh, there could be a person right there. I should definitely watch out, and that's why you see me sneak around corners and stuff like that, and kind of aim first before I just jump right into a hot zone. That's definitely another big tip as well. I'll say another one. Stay behind things that can actually protect you, because there are a lot of times where I've died because I'm out in the open and it really blows, but it happens, you know. And yeah, that's pretty much the short version of that. You just kind of want to stay behind objects where you can actually take cover and hopefully pop them off if you don't, you know, if you lost a lot of health, depending on which, you know, situation that you're in. Alright, next tip: guns. Let's talk about guns here, okay? You guys want to go for guns that not necessarily has the best damage, but less recoil, okay? Yes, a very high powered gun with a, you know, with a lot of high rate of fire is, is a good thing to have. When you're up close and personal and you blam, you're done. They're done. There's no question, ifs, ands, or buts about it. They're fucked. They're bye. Like, you know what I mean? It's simple. But when they're far away or further away or maybe midfield or I don't know, depending on, however far away the enemy is, you kind of want to go and tend to get guns that don't have as much recoil as the average, high rate of fire gun. That's definitely a big tip as well. So right now, I'm working on leveling up my FAMAS. It's a high rate of fire gun, has a lot of damage, has a little bit of recoil, but if you just work your way up, you can actually get ergo grips and stuff like that, and that's why you can see me switching here to the FAMAS, because I want to test it out, work with it a little bit, and as I kind of got a lot more kills, or much more kills, as I switched over to the FAMAS. You just kind of want to get a gun that you're comfortable with. Alright, it's always cool when you get an unlocked a new gun, you're like, oh, let's test it out, but if you're comfortable with the gun that you have currently, then you should probably stick with that. Maybe if you want to kind of do something different, you maybe want to go with that, but most likely, you should probably test out your guns before you actually use it in the battlefield, just because of the fact that, no pun intended, by the way, battlefield, but just because of the fact that it's like, you're not used to the gun, you're not used to the high rate of fire, you're not used to the sights, because most of the time, when you unlock a new gun, well, all the time, you just have iron sights. So, the sights definitely, do a bit of things here. This is where I switch over to the FAMAS, I apologize. So as you can see, that's the iron sights. That is really awful. What the fuck are those, okay? So, you definitely don't want to get a gun that you're uncomfortable with. And I'm in a stage in this game where, like, you know what, fuck it, I get a new unlocked gun, let's try it out, because honestly, the lower end guns that I have at the moment, because I'm still working my way up in the ranks, is probably not going to do as much damage as I were to unlock a new gun and actually use that. So, I pretty much just, sacrifice a couple kills, sacrifice a couple blood vessels that I just pop, and, continue on, and hopefully to rank up my gun and get a red dot sight, and, attachments that will help my game, or will help my performance, when it comes to, kill to death ratio. So those are my biggest tips, okay? Alright, let's talk about classes here, okay? This all depends on what you're into, okay? This kind of goes under guns and stuff, but if you do not... Oh, crap, I don't know why. Sorry. If you are really good at healing up your teams and stuff like that, and you're really good at, wanting to be a team player, and that's you, okay? You want to be the team player, you want to be the person to help everybody out and stuff like that, heal them up, revive them when they're down, stuff like that. Go for the, I don't know if it's called, I think it's called Assault, I believe, and I'm not too, don't quote me on it, I don't want to sound like a retard, but it's always the one that I always have, Assault, the Assault class. Yes, it is called the Assault class. The Engineer class is, basically just high rate of fire guns, and it's, kind of lightweight guns. The Support, that's light machine guns, heavy machine, well, they're called light machine guns by by actual term, but they're just really heavy machine guns that have a ton of bullets in them that will rip shit if you know how to use them correctly. And Recon, basically a sniper. So it's whatever, floats your boat. If you're better at sniping than you are using a machine gun or operating an assault rifle, whatever floats your boat. Like I said, it's all about comfortability and whatever your gun you're comfortable with. So those are my tips, honestly. And although I'm not as good as the game as I want to be at the moment, I definitely play the game enough to know what right from wrong when it comes to playing it. Also, let me give you guys another insider tip. This is a big one. I die all the time from it. If you do not have a clear sight, if they're running in the middle of the fucking map and they're leaving, right, and there's like, you have like a split-second chance to try and pop them if you don't get them in the head, you literally opened up your location to every fucking enemy. If you're doing some recon shit with all your teammates and stuff like that, and they have no idea where you are, you're going to be the dumbass that lets all the enemies know, hey, he's right here. And that's a big thing. You definitely want to be, cautious about that, because not only are you putting your life in danger, you're also putting the rest of your men, your teammates, and that's a big thing as well. You want to be careful with that. So yeah, that's pretty much my tips on how to get better at Battlefield 4. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to hit the big ass thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you want to see daily uploads at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and catch you all in the next one. Have a great day.